that isn't meant for you. All right, Leo, let's get into your reading. So the message that I have for you today is this: you are all I want and need. This person is clearing their past because they desire to be with you in every possible way. Let us come in close today because the energy coming through carries a weight you need to hear. Everything in this spread confirms that this person has chosen you above anyone else in their entire world. They are not just thinking about you, they are actively restructuring their entire life around your presence. The weight of old patterns, old connections, and unresolved chapters is something they refuse to carry anymore. Here is our first card, the Lovers, and this one does not appear without a very deep reason. The Lovers confirms a bond that transcends surface attraction. This is a complete recognition of who you are. This card says they see you, not the version you present to the world, but your actual truth. They are drawn to your depth, your honesty, and the way you hold space for genuine connection. The Lovers also speaks to a decision, and this person has already made theirs with unshakable certainty. Their heart is locked on you. Their focus remains unshattered, and their mind carries only your name. No other option exists for them. No distraction holds power, and their clarity points directly to you. The choice was never forced. It was organic, and that is what makes this bond so incredibly rare. The next card coming through is the Ten of Cups, and this confirms a vision of lasting devotion. Ten of Cups does not show up for temporary feelings. It arrives when both hearts are fully aligned. This card paints a picture of emotional wholeness, the kind of love that holds you through every storm. It reveals mornings beside you, quiet evenings wrapped in your warmth, and a life built on togetherness. They crave a life interlaced with yours, not a fleeting chapter, but an entire unwritten future together. Their need for you is not casual. It is a belonging so deep it redefines what home means. The emotional architecture they are building inside centers entirely around the peace that your presence gives them. Nothing shallow survives the weight of this card, only love that has been tested and proven over time. The fulfillment they seek cannot be replicated. It is specific to your voice, your energy, and your soul. Then we have the Ace of Wands, and this card carries the spark of something bold and unstoppable. Ace of Wands says this person ignited a fire within, and nothing from their old life dims it. They are not recycling promises from before. They are forging something entirely new with pure, deliberate intention. This card confirms that the motivation behind their transformation is authentic. It is not performance, it is devotion. Every shift they are making, every boundary they set with the past, traces back to choosing you today. Their desire is not fueled by impulse. It is grounded in knowing that you are their answered prayer. The flame this card represents does not flicker with uncertainty. It burns steady and constant, aimed at forever. Following that, we see the Star, and this card washes over everything with a feeling of renewed faith. The Star says the heaviness is lifting, confusion is fading, and what remains is clarity directed toward you. This person walked through their darkest chapters, and they emerged with your name still written across their heart. The Star confirms their chosen path. There is no hesitation left, only movement toward where you already stand. Healing happened in silence. Transformation occurred in private, and what they bring you is a completely renewed soul. This card carries a frequency of restoration, confirming that what was broken has been fully repaired from within. What they now offer is not recycled love. It is something forged through fire and made completely new. The message today leaves no question open. You are all they want, and they prove it through change. These cards declare something unshakable, a love that has already committed, and that commitment belongs only to you. This person holds no comparisons, they carry no doubt, and their resolve toward you is forged in certainty. Their willingness to release every lingering wound confirms that this message is your undeniable truth for today. You are not imagining this, and the cards leave no room for doubt or for second guessing now. Now the cards are shifting into your side of this reading, and there is much weighing on you. You have been carrying emotions that most would never understand, and the heaviness of it feels absolutely relentless. Your mind races after dark. Your thoughts spiral without any warning, and the quiet becomes suffocating. A part of you craves answers, but another part already knows exactly what is unfolding beneath the surface. You have grown so used to navigating confusion alone that asking for clarity now feels like admitting defeat. The exhaustion is not dramatic. It is a slow, steady drain that chips away at your emotional reserves. Our first card here is the Queen of Swords, and this card mirrors your current emotional posture. The Queen of Swords says you have been guarding yourself, keeping vulnerability locked behind walls of composure. You appear strong on the outside, collected and unmoved, but underneath that exterior, your heart aches deeply. This card confirms that your intelligence has become armor, and you analyze every detail to shield yourself. You replay conversations endlessly. You dissect every word spoken, and you hunt for meaning in tiny gestures. The Queen of Swords reveals that your strength is authentic, but it also exposes the isolation behind it. You did not construct these walls for distance. You built them because vulnerability once cost you everything. Trusting again feels like approaching a cliff, knowing that the fall could shatter what remains inside you. Every scar taught you a lesson, and now those lessons keep you cautious, even when safety stands close. The next card coming through is the Four of Cups, reflecting a deep emotional weariness within you. Four of Cups shows a familiar weariness, where even beautiful things feel difficult to receive with open arms. You wonder whether joy is safe to hold, whether peace will last, and whether love can remain stable. A part of you has grown so familiar with disappointment that your heart braces itself before hope arrives. This card does not judge your hesitation. It recognizes that caution was born from painful lived experience. You have witnessed promises dissolve, felt certainty crumble, and those memories now color every new possibility ahead. Four of Cups confirms you are tired, not in your body, but emotionally, drained from holding everything alone. Your soul craves stillness, your spirit craves reassurance, and your heart craves a love without constant defending. You have spent so long protecting yourself that receiving tenderness now feels unfamiliar, almost uncomfortable at times. Releasing control has always been the hardest surrender, and yet your entire being knows it is time. Weariness in your chest is not apathy, it is residue of hoping too many times without any return. Then we have the High Priestess, and this card speaks to the intuition you have been quietly ignoring. The High Priestess says you already feel the truth, buried beneath your overthinking and layers of caution. Your gut has been whispering for weeks, perhaps months, and you keep silencing it with logic and reason. This card validates everything your instincts have been telling you, even the parts that frighten you most. You sense a shift happening beneath your feet. You feel the ground rearranging, and it makes you nervous. Your sensitivity is not weakness, it is your greatest compass, and the High Priestess confirms that undeniable gift. You pick up on energies others overlook. You feel vibrations before words confirm, and that perception is rare. Your dreams have been vivid, your emotions heightened, and your awareness has sharpened, well beyond the ordinary. The High Priestess asks you to stop fighting what you know and to trust the knowing living within. You have been waiting for external proof when the only validation you truly need lives inside your bones. Your deepest fear is not failure. It is that love might succeed and completely reshape everything you know. That terrifies you more than rejection because acceptance means vulnerability without any safety net beneath you. The cards see exactly where you stand, exhausted from pretending that none of this reaches your soul. It reaches deeply, it shakes you constantly, and the truth is, you are more ready than you realize. You deserve to exhale now. You deserve to lower the armor, and you deserve to feel without analyzing. Okay, now the cards are revealing their side, and what surfaces here is emotionally overwhelming to witness. This person carries a weight they have not spoken about, not to a single soul, not yet. Their silence is not absence. It is a vault filled with unprocessed emotion and buried confessions. The depth of what they feel has frightened them because nothing in their past prepared them for this. They were not expecting something this intense, and yet it arrived without permission and consumed them. Every wall they once relied on has been quietly dissolving, and that gradual loss of control terrifies them. Our first card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this reveals how seriously they hold their emotions. Knight of Pentacles says they are not impulsive with feelings. They process everything with intentional slowness. Their heart does not move recklessly. It weighs every ounce of devotion before releasing it outward. This card confirms their emotional pace is deliberate, driven by a fear of offering what gets dismissed. They have been wounded before by those who treated their sincerity as disposable, leaving deep, invisible marks. Knight of Pentacles reveals a soul who builds affection brick by careful brick, refusing to rush sacred emotional ground. Their steadiness is not coldness. It is the discipline of a heart that learned to protect what matters. Underneath that carefully composed exterior lives a storm of longing, devotion, and heartache they cannot articulate. The patience they demonstrate is earned through deep suffering, forged by years of being misunderstood and overlooked. Their need to feel secure before opening up is not a flaw. It is a survival mechanism. The next card coming through is the Six of Swords, exposing a painful internal transition happening right now. Six of Swords says they are mentally departing from an old version of themselves, and it grieves them. They mourn familiar patterns that once defined them, even knowing those patterns brought nothing except suffering. Letting go of who they were feels like losing identity, and that disorientation sits heavy inside them. This card shows a person caught between two emotional shores, no longer belonging to their past, yet unsettled. The grief they carry is for the years they spent choosing the wrong path, not a lost connection. Six of Swords confirms they have been silently processing guilt, regret, and shame without any witness present. Their mind replays moments they wish they could redo, conversations they wish they handled with more grace. The crossing this card represents is lonely, and they have been navigating turbulent waters entirely on their own. They feel undeserving at times, wondering whether a scarred heart could possibly offer anything pure or whole. That internal battle between worthiness and desire is constant, and it exhausts them beyond what they admit. The fear of exposure keeps them guarded, even when their heart screams to finally be fully transparent. Then we have the Moon, and this card illuminates the hidden emotional landscape they navigate every single day. The Moon says their inner world is a maze of contradictions, where love and fear coexist without resolution. They dream of warmth, stability, and belonging, but old wounds whisper that they remain fundamentally unworthy of it. This card reveals their insecurities are not rational. They are echoes from a past that no longer applies. The Moon exposes a vulnerability they would never show outwardly, a tenderness so fragile it needs constant shielding. Their emotions run deeper than most could fathom, and the intensity of their inner world overwhelms even them. They have cried privately over feelings they cannot name, ached over distances they did not choose to create. The Moon confirms that confusion is not indifference. It is heavy fog that settles when emotions outweigh understanding. Their heart speaks a language their mind refuses to translate, and that disconnect leaves them emotionally stranded. What lives inside them is not hesitation. It is devotion so vast that it frightens them into stillness. The Moon reveals that beneath every quiet moment, a current of emotion pulls them toward absolute surrender. They are not hiding from love. They are hiding from the sheer magnitude of what they feel inside. Their emotional truth is raw, unfiltered, and consuming, and the cards confirm they have never felt this before. Now the cards are shifting into movement, and what is about to happen will change everything entirely. This person is done standing still, done watching from a distance, and they are preparing to act. Let us go ahead and dive into this because the momentum building here is undeniable and accelerating. A decision has already been locked inside their mind, and the only remaining step is executing it. They have spent enough time processing, enough time weighing options, and the conclusion has been firmly reached. What comes next is not a maybe. It is a calculated move, rooted in absolute, permanent resolve. Our first card is the Page of Cups, and this signals a direct emotional gesture heading your way. Page of Cups says they are preparing to reach out, extending vulnerable and honest communication toward you. This card represents a message being crafted, a confession being prepared, and an invitation carefully constructed. They are choosing words with precision because they understand that this approach carries everything they value. Page of Cups confirms they will lead with sincerity, not rehearsed speeches or empty promises from before. The gesture will feel tender, unexpected, and deliberately intimate in a way that catches you off guard. They are not testing waters. They are diving headfirst into honesty with the full weight of conviction. This outreach will carry a clarity that eliminates confusion, leaving absolutely no room for misinterpretation or doubt. The timing of their gesture is intentional. They have waited for the moment when words carry maximum impact. Expect something personal in its energy, even if delivered digitally through a screen or through a call. The next card coming through is the Chariot, confirming forward motion that cannot be stopped or reversed. The Chariot says they are driving toward you with focused determination, removing every obstacle that previously stood. This is not a gentle drift. It is a deliberate push toward claiming what they know is theirs. They are cutting ties with distractions, canceling hollow connections, and clearing the entire path that leads ahead. Practical steps are already underway, including changes to their schedule, their daily commitments, and their priorities. They are rearranging routines, making physical space in their life for your permanent and lasting presence. This card does not represent wishful thinking. It represents tangible forward motion being taken right now. Conversations with family about you have already started because they are preparing their world for integration. The Chariot confirms they will not wait for perfect conditions. They are creating those conditions through willpower. Their approach will feel purposeful and direct, unlike anything you have previously experienced from them before. Obstacles that once seemed impossible are being dismantled, and they refuse to let anything block forward progress. The speed at which things shift will surprise you, because their preparation has been happening entirely in silence. Then we have the Eight of Wands, confirming that everything accelerates rapidly from this exact point onward. This card says messages, plans, and invitations are about to flood in with a pace that feels relentless. Eight of Wands represents swift and sudden movement, where weeks of silence break open into constant communication. They will initiate contact repeatedly, not from insecurity, but from a refusal to let another day pass. Travel plans are being discussed. Physical proximity is being prioritized, and distance is being actively eliminated now. The momentum of this card is electric, rapid, and unstoppable, bringing conversations that shift the entire trajectory. Multiple steps are happening simultaneously behind the scenes, including logistics you are not yet aware of today. They are coordinating details, aligning schedules, and removing every practical barrier that could delay their arrival. Everything that has been delayed is now rushing forward, without hesitation, without second guessing, and without restraint. The actions coming are not hypothetical. They are concrete steps being taken with urgency and intentional force. This person is no longer planning. They are executing, and the cards confirm movement has already begun. What reaches you next will not be subtle. It will arrive with momentum that makes intentions unmistakable. The direction is set, the wheels are turning, and nothing in their path will slow what is coming. So the cards are now exposing what this person will never say out loud. Not willingly, at least. These are the confessions buried beneath every composed expression, every measured word, and every controlled silence. Let us go deeper into this, because what lives underneath their surface is staggering in its emotional depth. They carry truths they have never voiced, desires they have never named, and a longing they cannot contain. The weight of unspoken devotion sits in their chest like a permanent ache that refuses to dissolve. They rehearse conversations with you inside their mind, saying everything they wish they had the courage to speak. Our first card is the Nine of Pentacles, and this reveals a hidden confession about their deepest insecurity. Nine of Pentacles says they secretly fear that their independence has become a prison, not a strength. They have built an entire life alone, constructed stability from scratch, and yet none of it feels complete. This card exposes the truth they guard most fiercely, that material success means nothing without you beside them. They would trade every accomplishment, every trophy of self-sufficiency for one morning waking up beside you. Nine of Pentacles reveals that their composed exterior is a performance, masking a desperate craving for emotional partnership. They pretend independence is a choice when secretly it became a coping mechanism for your absent warmth. Late at night, when distractions fade, the loneliness they deny during daylight hours crashes over them violently. They have whispered your name into empty rooms, imagined your laughter filling their silence, and ached for proximity. The confession they will never volunteer is this: they need you more than their pride will ever allow. The next card coming through is the Two of Cups, uncovering a hidden romantic fantasy they protect. Two of Cups says they envision a union so intimate, so intertwined, that it terrifies their rational mind. They imagine building rituals with you, morning routines shared in comfortable silence, evenings where words become unnecessary. This card reveals a fantasy of emotional merging, where two separate lives dissolve into one unified existence. They dream of belonging to you publicly, holding your hand without hesitation, and being claimed as yours alone. Two of Cups exposes their hidden desire to be vulnerable without consequence, to surrender without fear of betrayal. The depth of romantic longing they conceal would overwhelm most people, but for them, it feels completely natural. They fantasize about domesticity with you, ordinary moments made sacred by your presence beside them, every single day. They want lazy afternoons tangled in conversation, disagreements resolved with tenderness, and a love that feels permanent. The confession buried deepest is that they have already mentally committed to you, long before any declaration. In their private world, you are already theirs, and the gap between inner truth and reality haunts them. They ache to hear you confirm what they already feel, that this connection is mutual and irreversible. Then we have the Emperor, and this card reveals a confession rooted in their most primal protective instincts. The Emperor says they secretly want to be your shelter, your foundation, and your unwavering source of stability. They fantasize about shielding you from hardship, absorbing your burdens, and creating a fortress of safety around you. This card exposes a confession too intense to share, that protecting you gives their life genuine meaning. The Emperor reveals they want authority over their own transformation, proving through consistent action that they have changed. Their hidden truth is that devotion to you has reshaped their entire identity, and they welcome that transformation. They confess silently that no previous connection ever demanded this level of honesty, vulnerability, or emotional excavation. What they feel has stripped away every mask, every defense, and left them completely and permanently exposed. The Emperor confirms that their unspoken promise is lifelong protection, unwavering loyalty, and a devotion that never dims. They want to be chosen not from convenience, but because you recognize what they silently offer. Their greatest hidden fear is that you might never fully understand how consumed they are by loving you. Every unspoken word, every swallowed confession, and every restrained gesture traces back to love, too vast for language. The cards confirm what this person hides is not doubt. It is devotion so immense, it silences them. Okay, the cards are now revealing the near future, and this final chapter seals everything with undeniable clarity. Our first card is the Wheel of Fortune, confirming that a destined shift is arriving very soon. Wheel of Fortune says the cycle of waiting and confusion is ending, and alignment is replacing it now. Expect unexpected reunions, surprise conversations, and doors opening in ways that feel orchestrated by something greater. Timing is finally working in your favor, and what was previously delayed now accelerates directly toward you. The near future holds a turning point that reshapes this connection, bringing clarity where confusion once dominated. What felt stagnant will begin moving rapidly, and the shift carries momentum you feel deep in your bones. Our advice card is Temperance, asking you to approach everything coming with patience and balanced emotional grace. Temperance says, do not rush the process, do not force conversations, and allow things to unfold naturally. This card advises trusting the timing, even when your heart wants everything resolved immediately and without delay. Balance your desires with patience, your hope with grounded faith, and your emotions with quiet inner wisdom. Temperance reminds you that the strongest foundations are built slowly, and what arrives with patience lasts permanently. Stay centered in your own peace, because the calmer you remain, the more powerfully alignment unfolds. Let us now return to the message, because everything revealed today circles back to one undeniable truth. The message today was clear. You are all they want, and they are clearing their past for you. Every confirmation in this reading reinforced the original message, and not a single card contradicted that truth. Every card pulled today confirmed that this message is not wishful thinking. It is documented spiritual truth. The Lovers confirmed a soul-level bond built on mutual recognition, where both hearts chose each other. Ten of Cups validated a vision of emotional wholeness, a future designed around togetherness and lasting harmony. Ace of Wands brought the spark of bold new beginnings, fueled by transformation and deliberate intentional momentum. The Star washed this reading in healing faith, confirming that renewal and clarity guide every step forward. Queen of Swords mirrored your guarded strength, the armor you wear to protect a heart craving safety. Four of Cups acknowledged your emotional weariness, the exhaustion of hoping and caution born from lived disappointment. The High Priestess validated your intuition, reminding you that answers already live within your deepest inner knowing. Knight of Pentacles revealed their deliberate emotional pace, a heart that builds devotion carefully and without rushing. Six of Swords exposed their painful internal crossing, the grief of releasing old patterns that no longer serve. The Moon illuminated their hidden emotional maze, where love and fear coexist beneath quiet, composed surfaces. Page of Cups signaled a vulnerable gesture heading your way, a crafted message carrying sincerity and emotional weight. The Chariot confirmed unstoppable forward motion, obstacles being dismantled, and a determined drive aimed directly toward you. Eight of Wands accelerated everything, confirming rapid communication, plans unfolding, and distance being permanently eliminated now. Nine of Pentacles exposed their hidden confession, that independence without you feels hollow and incomplete, despite outer success. Two of Cups uncovered their romantic fantasy of merging lives, building sacred rituals, and belonging to you forever. The Emperor revealed their primal desire to protect, provide stability, and prove through action that devotion is real. Wheel of Fortune promised a destined turning point, and Temperance advised approaching it with balanced emotional grace. Every card, every message, and every layer of this reading points to one conclusion that cannot be denied. This connection is real. This love is authentic. And what approaches carries the weight of permanent intention. You are deeply seen, fiercely wanted, and quietly treasured by a heart that has chosen you above everything. Hold on to what was revealed today. Carry this truth forward and know that love is already approaching. Thank you for being here today, for trusting this reading, and for allowing these cards to speak. I appreciate you. I send you love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Asking you to approach everything coming with patience and balanced emotional grace. Temperance says, do not rush the process, do not force conversations, and allow things to unfold naturally. This card advises trusting the timing, even when your heart wants everything resolved immediately and without delay. Balance your desires with patience, your hope with grounded faith, and your emotions with quiet inner wisdom. Temperance reminds you that the strongest foundations are built slowly, and what arrives with patience lasts permanently. Stay centered in your own peace, because the calmer you remain, the more powerfully alignment unfolds. Let us now return to the message, because everything revealed today circles back to one undeniable truth. The message today was clear. You are all they want, and they are clearing their past for you. Every confirmation in this reading